Hi team, it's Jennifer Heidman. I wish we could meet in person. I really miss that. I just wanted to touch base because things have really been dynamic with this COVID pandemic situation, and there's been a lot of changes that we've all had to deal with, including things at work around travel and risks of exposure, that kind of thing. I would like to say thank you to everyone who's hung in there during this, put so much hard work in to help our participants as well as each other. It's really an honor to work with this team. One of my jobs as medical director is to try to ensure the health and safety of not only our participants and all of the clients here at the Senior Resource Center, but also everyone who works here. This pandemic is new for me. It's new for anyone who wasn't alive in 1918. And it is going to end. We are going to get back to a more normal existence, but I think we have a long way to go before we get there. So while we wait to get there, I am going to do absolutely everything I can to help keep my patients and my coworkers, my family, my friends, my community as safe as possible. So with that in mind, I have made the recommendation that people not travel unless it's absolutely necessary. And you know, the travel issue is a bit fraught because people can travel and take a lot of precautions, it's true. But right at this moment in time, Humboldt County actually has a relatively controlled, slow burn of this pandemic versus almost anywhere else in California and in many other states where it is more of a crisis hotspot type of situation. And the increase in cases that we're seeing in Humboldt County seem to be mostly related to travel as well as to large gatherings where people get together without masks on. So I'm asking people to consider not leaving the county, particularly to places that have a higher incidence of the disease. The caveat is you could go to the Trinity Alps and camp. That's probably fine because it's a lower incidence than here. But any place that has a higher incidence than Humboldt County puts you and then anyone you come into contact with after that at risk. Masking is also really, really important. I really don't like how our society has gone into this conflict type phase of either you wear a mask or you don't, and you're in this camp or that camp, and you're good or bad, depending on which side you're on. Really right now, this is just a simple tool to reduce the chance that people die from COVID-19. A lot of cases come from exposure to someone who doesn't have symptoms. So you can feel totally fine and actually be carrying this virus and give it to someone who doesn't have a good immune system or is a little older or has some chronic illnesses, and they could get really super sick or even die. Not to mention the fact that it can spread to lots of other people. Once it starts spreading, it's going to jump, particularly if people are not masked. So I just want to reiterate like how important it is while you're here at work, while you're around anyone who's not in your direct household, you should have a mask on, even when you're outside. And I guess the last thing I want to say is that I've been super impressed with the attitudes of people here during what is really, unprecedented times. And I do want people to take care of themselves. So I do want people to take time off from work and to relax and to do things that recharge you, that feed you, that make it possible for you to sustain over a longer period of time this higher level of stress that we're all facing. So please take time off. Just asking people to consider staying close to home, or choosing places that have a lower risk of exposure to COVID than Humboldt County. I'm trying to think of a good joke to tell, but I can't think of one. This is pretty heavy duty stuff, and normally I like to inject some humor in, but please know that I care about you all. I respect you all. I understand that it seems like things are changing in terms of recommendations all the time. What I'm trying to do is just take the best information I can get every single day, every single week that goes by with this, and make recommendations that are the most cautious to reduce the risk that we end up with sick people on our staff or sick participants. Hang in there, everyone. Know that my door is open if you need to talk about this. Remember, take care of yourself. Exercise. Eat healthy foods. Spend some time in your garden. Take a nap. And be safe.